Hi, if you are new here on Canadian and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. Today we are going to watch another teaser for Steel Ball Run. It came out a while ago, but I was away and then I was moving, so I was super busy and I don't have anything well set up yet, but I felt very like, oh, I have to watch this teaser and I'm curious and people are waiting and commenting, asking me to watch it. So here we are in this setup. Let's try watching the newest. I hope maybe the third came out already by this time. I don't know. So let's watch the second teaser for Steel Ball Run. Let's go. Oh my god! Jump scare. So that's the name of the tournament, Steel Ball Run Race. Oh, that voice. Wait, what? Oh my god. I have to rewatch it. There's so much. Wait, there's so much information in this. Okay, this is just like stuff coming in 2026. All right, let's rewatch it. I was worried there are no English subtitles, but evidently I don't need them. So first of all, the name of the part, it's the name of the tournament, because in the first teaser, it was already, I feel like we could see that, this is going to be some kind of tournament, some kind of race, as they say. It said like 6,000 kilometers, I think, and there is a prize for it as well. So I guess maybe the whole part is going to be that race. Okay, San Diego to New York, and we saw the year before, and it's in September. Okay, that's pretty exciting. The music is so cool. Okay, what is this green thing? And then, what is happening here? Because I was just wondering, we have the reset of the universe, and like at first, in the very beginning, we had Hamon in JoJo universe, right? Then we got stands introduced. So I'm not sure, are we going to still have stands? Are we going, I don't think we're going back to Hamon, or are we going to have something new? Because clearly, something like this character, the older blonde main character, I suppose, I think he looks kind of like him. Well, in any case, he has some green ball, okay, this is on film, in his arsenal. And somehow this ball, I think, is breaking this man's arm. So it could be just a good throw without any abilities, I don't know. But I'm kind of expecting some kind of supernatural abilities in JoJo. So it's hard to say. And this person, I think it says New York. Maybe it says something to New York. I think in this race there's going to be rules, but there are also going to be people who don't play by the rules and they try to set up their opponents. There may be going to be some stops, maybe some duels, like these Wild West duels. In any case, so there will be these squabbles where they try to take each other out, like a little bit, not in the rules, Then we have this character. I think he is saying, I think that's his voice, and I guess something has happened that he maybe can't ride, but against all odds, he's saying, because like I will ride the horse again. Seems like he's very passionate about it, and maybe it's kind of like a story of a person, going back to some hobby or some passion they had that they couldn't do maybe for a while because of some, physical trauma. And then this character's voice. Wait, I'm super excited about him because I saw his teeth. Okay, we'll get to it, right? Soon, soon. And his voice is so cool, but what is this design on the belt? Like, look here. What the fuck is this? Look at this. Go, go. It's. Can you believe it? Okay. Baron Zeppeli is one of my favorite JoJo characters. Yes, because of Black Pepper, obviously, because we shared a love for Black Pepper, but you know, just in general, he's such a cool character, and I loved him so much. Then we had Caesar. Okay, I wasn't ever a big fan of Caesar, but he's still a Zeppeli, and I cried so much at the 20th, I think, episode. I'm just going to leave it at that. And yeah, I'm so excited. If this person, I think that implies that this character is Zeppeli. So I'm thinking if this is like universe reset, then like a full reset, then maybe Zeppeli family also had a little bit of a different story in this universe. The characters, they went different ways. If this is only 2 years after, wait a second, so we had Baron Zeppeli in the first part, and it was 1888, right? And this part is in America though, in 1890, so only 2 years apart. So our Baron Zeppeli, he would be, if he survived, right? If the events from the first part didn't happen in this universe, it is obviously not him, right? But that would be crazy if this is like, oh, in this universe. But he looks completely different, and like Jolene and the others, they looked still themselves, right? So maybe in this universe, his family, like his ancestors, they moved and stayed in America and in US, and just like his family line went a completely different route. It could be a version of himself, I guess, in this universe. It could be his brother. I guess there are a lot of possibilities, but in any case, it makes me so excited. I guess this is a bit of a spoiler for me, but I think it's better to find out like this than from just some internet spoilers suddenly seeing it on accident. Okay, Zeppeli traveled the world in a town in India. Okay, so he went to India there because I remember we had his story where he learned Hamon, so that was in India, but this is happening in North America. I'm so curious, like, what is this going to mean? Like, what is going to happen? Go, go, Zeppeli. Ah, this is so cool. Wait, this character has Dio written on that cap. What is going on? The horse with the strongest leg will determine the winner of this race. Okay, so this is a race between horses. You have to give the prize to the horse then, if the person riding doesn't matter. He does? Is this like... I don't know, because as I said, we saw Jolene and the others being pretty much themselves. They had different names though. They did. But here we have, it's like, you know, when people write a fanfic and they write an alternative universe and they take the character from a fandom, characters, and they put them in this alternative universe where everything is different. Everyone exists in a different world and maybe goes a different path from what they had in the original. So maybe Araki Sensei just, he decided to make this alternative universe in a way, right? On his own work, and so now all the names that we had before, all these family names, Dio, we have, well, Dio is Dio Branda. Branda was his family name. Dio is just a name. But in any case, right? And Zeppeli, these names are coming back, but it's like a revision of the characters that we had. It's not just them in the alternative universe, but they themselves are completely changed, or this is just like an alternative version of this character. Man, I don't know. Okay, this lady, the adventure, wait a second. I don't know, the lady looks kinda like, I even had a crazy thought, maybe like Dio's mom, a universe where Dio's mom is present in his life, and that's like, wow, he has a completely different life, aside from being in a different country, of course. But then I looked at like who she's petting in this scene, and like the hair color doesn't really look similar to any of these three blonde haired characters we saw. And then I looked a bit closer, and it looks like the hair of the guy who is like announcing stuff at the tournament, you know, this kind of design. I'm like, is she maybe like his daughter or his wife? Well, it's hard to say, she does look pretty young, so I'm like, for his wife, I think she might be a bit too young, so I'm like, maybe his daughter, but then she's petting him, so it's more like something that maybe a wife would do. And then maybe one of these guys is their son. I mean, she can be just a very young looking woman, so she can still be someone's mom, especially in the anime. I don't see why not. So, well, if these are like Dio's parents, that would be completely insane. I'm just like, even saying this theory myself, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's maybe like not her, but in general, she gave me the thought, like, in this universe, what if Dio's family is so different from what we had in our universe, and his mom is alive, and she is in his life, and so he becomes a completely different person because of this. And then that means that it is Dio that we had in our plot, like, universe line, I don't know how to say it, right? But it's this different version of him that grew up in different circumstances, in different country, with different kind of family, because I feel like age-wise it also kind of fits, I think. And then Sepili here being clearly an older person, I don't think he looks as old as Baron Sepili, but again, people can look a little bit different as they age, right? Someone looks younger, someone looks older, but he doesn't look like Baron Sepili at all. So that's the confusing part, because Dio here, he does kind of look like Dio. I mean, that's kind of close enough. But then the younger main character that we have, that I feel like is set up to be the main character, he would have to be the George from the George family, like Joster, or something like that, right? He would have to be a Joster, but he doesn't look like a Joster at all, especially with his very, very blonde hair. So maybe there's no Joster family at all. There's no star, there's no Joestar in here. It's just like universe without that family name, and that also kind of changes everything. Did Jolene have a surname in the end of Stone Ocean? She said her name, and that was different. Okay, in any case, it looks kind of like Holly. I'm not sure, Susie. Whose family, maybe this is just a lady, blonde, blue-eyed lady, I don't know. The grueling adventure and race, it will be a competition the likes of which no one in the world has ever experienced before, and we have a map with the route. It will be a competition. Okay, I read this: San Diego, Santa Maria Novella, Monument Valley, Cannon City, Kansas City, Chicago, Mackinac City, and the goal, Trinity Church. Interesting. Oh. Okay, a lot of competitors. I like the bow on this horse. That is the story of how I began to walk. So maybe he can't, he can't walk at all, but he can sit on the horse. So he had maybe some physical trauma that he couldn't walk anymore, and maybe he couldn't ride for a while anymore, but now he's back on the horse at least, and maybe he started walking again also. And he is very, like, his design, it's very horse inspired. There's this how is it in English, horseshoe, and the horse itself on the cap. I feel like he's kind of the main character. I felt like this teaser set up this, I'll just call them post JoJo because I don't know yet, the younger JoJo as the main character, and the older JoJo, I guess the Sepili character, has a little bit of an antagonistic vibe even in this teaser. I don't know. Okay, that was kind of crazy. This is so exciting. I have so many theories now. I mean, it might sound kind of funny if you did read Steel Ball Run and you're like, are you crazy? Like, what are you talking about? But I don't know anything about Steel Ball Run, well, aside from these two teasers, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, how does this work? We have Sepili, we have Dio, names, what is this reimagination? I'm super excited about this. I said this like 100 times already, but I mean, especially about Sepili. I feel like that could be my favorite character, at least like from what we saw so far. This is definitely the character I'm most interested in. But I think that's all I can say for now. I'm drawing a blank right now because there was so much in this trailer, honestly. And it said coming 2026, so that is pretty soon actually, because we're already in autumn of 25, though it could still be like a year, right? It could come in autumn 2026, but still a year is pretty soon. We might get more trailers, maybe, I don't know. Let me know if we do. Maybe I should watch them as well, because as you know, if you watched my previous JoJo reactions, just any reactions, I like going into stuff like completely blind, but at the same time I understand that like this trailer is out there, as many anime onlys maybe watched it, and if I don't, then I can just stumble onto this information accidentally somewhere on the internet, especially since I do watch sometimes JoJo related stuff on YouTube, so YouTube starts suggesting it, and it's just like, oh yeah, I'd better watch it. But now that I have, I've even more like curious what is going to happen in this part, how is it going to work with the reset, with the powers, like what kind of powers are we going to have, what does it mean for like Sepili family line in this universe. Yes, I'm just fangirling about Sepili. I'm like, who cares about Dio and JoJo? I care about Sepili, okay? But yeah, I think that would be it for my reaction. Please share your thoughts without spoilers, of course, if you read the manga, like talking only about what we saw in these teasers. Please share your thoughts in the comments down below. But yeah, that would be it for today. So thank you for watching and see ya.